Welcome to Six Figure Trucking, Week 22, you beautiful road warriors. It's your snarky guide to the trucking galaxy, back with more wisdom than a truck stop fortune cookie. If you're new here, strap in. I'm about to save your soul from the black hole of bad career moves. Week 22, and we're still on track for that six-figure goal, one sarcastic load at a time. Now let's talk picking a carrier. I had two careers before this glorious life of diesel fumes and truck stops, the military and executive management. You know what they had in common? Acronyms for every damn thing. In the military, it was FUBAR, SNAFU, you name it. In the corporate world, we had KPIs, ROIs, and enough buzzwords to choke a boardroom. So when I rolled into trucking, you bet your sweet logbook I came up with an acronym to keep things real. It's called CHECK, because you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself with a shady carrier. When I started in trucking just over 5 years ago, it was a driver's market. All a carrier cared about was that you had a pulse and a CDL. And to be honest, there were carriers in the Chicagoland area that would waive one of them. Now it's a carrier's market. They are becoming more picky, and one thing they don't like is job hopping. But Tom, how do we avoid it? We all know most recruiters lie. CHECK stands for culture, home time, equipment, compensation, and knowledge. Most carriers will flunk this test faster than a rookie trying to parallel park a 53-foot trailer. Let's break it down. Culture. This is the carrier's vibe. Are they a we're all family crew, or do they treat you like a GPS with a bad signal? Turn left. Into despair. The internet is your friend. Look for driver reviews. Truckers spill more dirt than a gravel hauler. If their culture sounds like it was ripped from a corporate retreat pamphlet, run faster than a dump truck who sees an open way station. Find a driver at a travel center. Ask questions. Home time, the unicorn of trucking. Carriers will promise you home time like it's a spa weekend, but you'll be lucky to get a nap in your own bed. Ask the tough stuff. How often? How long? Is it guaranteed, or is home time just parking at a Love's near your house? If they say, you'll be home when the freight slows, that's code for eating Easter brunch at a Petro. Does your carrier understand that a weekend is 2 full days, which adds up to more than 34 hours? Do they expect you to only go home 1 day per week that you spend on the road? Equipment? You want a rig that doesn't look like it rolled out of a scrapyard, newer trucks, solid maintenance, and, dare to dream, working AC. Ask about fleet age and repair turnaround. If they're hyping their vintage 1999 clunkers, you're one breakdown away from starring in Trucker Fury Road. Do you know how to look up a carrier's FMCSA scorecard and even better see the actual inspections? Compensation. The reason you're here instead of, say, collecting rare coins in your mom's basement. Carriers love flashing big CPM rates, cents per mile, but don't drink the Kool-Aid. Ask about detention pay, layover pay, securement pay, holiday pay, bonuses, and loaded miles. If their pay plan sounds like it was scribbled by a sketchy car dealer, it was. 6 figures, my friend, in dog years. Dig into the details. Will you be paid for a 34-hour reset on the road? Knowledge, training, and support. Do they teach you the game, or just hand you the keys and say, see ya, champ? A good carrier has legit training, clear communication, and a support team that doesn't ghost you when you're stranded in Timbuktu, Idaho. If their training is a 10-minute video and a sticker that says, you got this, you're screwed. Do you know where you are going next before you arrive at the receiver? That's CHECK. Culture, home time, equipment, compensation, knowledge. My military and corporate days taught me to cut through the BS, and this acronym's your cheat code to dodge the carriers that'll have you crying into your instant coffee. Stick around for my week's pay, miles, and an example of a carrier that passes the check test. Hit subscribe because your wallet deserves better than a raw deal, and comment below. What's the worst carrier you've ever survived? Spill it. Okay, let's get to this week's numbers. First, we'll talk about my logs for the week. I was paid for 3,015 dispatched miles. I had 2,255 logged miles. The days in green, I was on home time. Let's look at my unedited pay statement for period 22 of 2025. This includes all trips from May 18th to May 24th. Empty miles paid $150. Securement paid $53. Loaded miles paid $1,831, and stops $90. Total earnings for this week was $2,124. 22 weeks into the year, my gross income is $49,679, and my total miles is 63,689. That averages out to $2,258 per week and 2,895 miles. Estimated out over 52 weeks, my estimated annual is $117,424. Year-to-date numbers as of week 22 of 2025. I've been paid for 63,689 miles, covering 32 states, making 152 stops. 95% of those miles have been loaded, averaging 78 cents per mile. Here's the home time that I've taken this payroll year. Through the end of the 22nd week, I have been on home time 15 times so far, totaling 37.3 days. I also have 5 overnight breaks at the house and 8 paid 34-hour resets on the road. I am not paid hourly, but let's calculate like an hourly job. For the week, my gross pay was $2,024 for 44 hours of work. If we break it down into a typical hourly job, it could be 40 regular hours and 4 hours of overtime, resulting in an effective pay rate of $46.36 per hour. For the year, my gross pay so far is $49,679 for 1,274 hours of work. If we break it down into a typical hourly job, it could be 852 regular hours and 421 hours of overtime, resulting in an effective pay rate of $33.47 per hour. Taking a look at the if only truck drivers were paid for every hour in the truck calculation page, 22 weeks have gone by so far. That totals 3,696 hours. I have been at home 896 of those hours. That works out to 2,800 hours from the pre-trip leaving home to the post-trip returning home. My compensation through week 22 is $49,679. That works out to $1,774 per hour away from home. As always, make sure you are enjoying every day at work.